Welcome back everyone to your favorite YouTube channel Coins, where we uncover the hidden treasures hiding right inside your pocket change. Today's video is going to blow your mind, because we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and mysterious coins ever made, the 1979 Lincoln penny. This little copper beauty has a story that stretches across history, minting secrets, and a collector's market that's hotter than ever. So make sure you watch this video till the end, because the details I'm about to share could turn that 1-cent coin in your drawer into hundreds, thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. The Lincoln penny has been around for more than a century, first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin instantly became a symbol of American history and pride. Over time, the Lincoln penny went through many changes, from the wheat reverse design used from 1909 to 1958, to the memorial design that started in 1959, right after the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. But among all these years, some coins stand out as true rarities. And one of those years is 1979. Now, at first glance, the 1979 Lincoln penny might look like any ordinary coin. It features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing right, the word "Liberty" to his left, and the date, 1979, with a small mint mark just below it. On the reverse, the Lincoln memorial design shows stunning details, with the words "United States of America" and "E pluribus unum" shining boldly across the top. But here's where things get interesting. Not every 1979 penny is the same. Some versions have tiny minting errors, design variations, or special characteristics that make them worth a fortune today. Let's start with the metal composition. Most 1979 pennies were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving them a reddish tone that collectors love. But during that period, the U.S. Mint was experimenting with different metal alloys to reduce production costs. Some transitional errors occurred, meaning a few 1979 pennies were accidentally struck on planchets meant for other denominations or metals. These rare transition errors can skyrocket the value of a coin from 1 cent to thousands of dollars, depending on the condition and certification. The mint marks also play a crucial role. In 1979, pennies were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia coins have no mint mark, Denver coins have a small d, and San Francisco coins bear the elegant S mark, typically used for proof coins. If you find a 1979 S-proof penny with a clear, sharp S mint mark, or even better, one with a Type 1 or Type 2 variation in the S shape, you're holding something special. Type 2 proofs have a more refined, rounded S that collectors pay high premiums for. Some of these proof coins in perfect condition have been auctioned for thousands of dollars. Now, let's talk about the money. The ordinary circulated 1979 penny may only be worth its face value, 1 cent, but certain coins, due to their rarity, can fetch astonishing prices. For example, a high-grade 1979 S-Type 2 proof penny graded PR70 by PCGS has sold for more than $2,000. A 1979 D penny with a strong strike and full luster in mint state condition can bring $100 to $200 depending on the collector demand. But the real jackpot lies in the error coins, double die obverse, off-center strikes, broad strikes, and transitional errors. These rare mistakes can elevate the coin's worth into the thousands, and in extreme cases, even tens of thousands of dollars. Collectors have reported examples of 1979 Lincoln pennies selling for unbelievable amounts, even up to $787,976.90 in rare auctions for coins with exceptional provenance, unique errors, or historical significance. Imagine that, a single cent turning into nearly $800,000. That's why every coin enthusiast, whether beginner or expert, dreams of finding one of these rare pieces. And the exciting part is, these coins are still out there. They might be sitting unnoticed in a jar, hidden in a collection, or resting in your change pocket right now. The history of the Lincoln penny continues to inspire. The coin isn't just metal, it's a piece of American memory, a tribute to leadership, perseverance, and the everyday people who keep history alive. Over the decades, small details have changed, from mint marks and alloys to designs and finishes, but the heart of the coin remains the same. The 1979 penny connects us to an era of transition, when the U.S. Mint was preparing for the changes that would lead to the copper-plated zinc pennies starting in 1982. So in a way, the 1979 coin is part of a bridge between the classic copper age and the modern minting era. If you're wondering how to identify whether your 1979 penny could be rare, here are some key tips. Always check for mint marks and errors under a magnifying glass. Look for doubling on the letters, the date, or Lincoln's eye. Those are signs of a double die error. Inspect the edges for off-center strikes or broad strikes where the rim looks uneven or missing. Proof coins have a mirror-like surface, so if your penny has an extremely shiny finish and came in a set, that's a sign it might be a proof strike. And most importantly, if you suspect your coin could be rare, never clean it, that can destroy its value. Instead, send it for professional grading through PCGS or NGC, where experts can authenticate and assign a grade that determines its true worth. The story of the 1979 Lincoln penny teaches us that small things can hold big value. It reminds us that history often hides in plain sight. That's why channels like Coins exist, to bring you closer to the world of numismatics, where passion meets discovery. Every coin you find could be a mystery waiting to be solved, and every penny could tell a story of its journey through time. From mint presses to your hand, from copper sheets to glittering collector's cases, each coin is part of a living legacy. So the next time you spot a 1979 penny, don't just glance at it. Hold it carefully, check the mint mark, observe the details, and remember that what looks ordinary might actually be extraordinary. There are still coins being rediscovered every year that end up shocking collectors and auction houses alike. Who knows, maybe your next coin find will be worth more than you ever imagined, maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1979 Lincoln penny, don't forget to hit the like button, share this video with other coin lovers, and subscribe to Coins for more amazing stories about rare and valuable treasures from history. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a discovery, because every week we uncover something new and exciting that could change the way you look at money forever. Thank you for watching, and remember, in the world of coins, even a penny can make you rich. Stay curious, stay passionate, and keep hunting for that next rare Lincoln penny. This is Coins, signing off, where every cent counts and every story shines. Today, we are going deep into one of the most fascinating stories in the world of American currency, the 1985 Lincoln penny. This small coin might look ordinary to the untrained eye, but believe it or not, some of these rare 1985 pennies have sold for thousands of dollars, and a few are valued close to $787,976 or even more depending on their minting errors, rarity, and collector demand. Let's take a journey back in time to understand what makes this little coin so special. The Lincoln penny, featuring the profile of President Abraham Lincoln, has been a part of American history since 1909. It replaced the Indian head cent and instantly became a symbol of honor, pride, and remembrance. Over the decades, the design has changed only slightly, but the value of certain years and mint marks has skyrocketed because of minting mistakes, limited production, and metal composition changes. The 1985 penny might seem like just another copper-plated zinc coin, but its story is far more interesting. In 1982, the U.S. Mint changed the penny's metal composition from 95% copper to mostly zinc with just a thin copper coating. This switch was made to save costs, but it also led to new varieties and unexpected minting errors. By 1985, most pennies were made with this new zinc composition, but a few rare copper-based coins or error-struck coins somehow escaped the mint. These are the hidden treasures collectors dream of finding. Some 1985 pennies feature unusual doubling on the lettering, particularly on "In God We Trust" or "Liberty." Others may show off-center strikes, missing letters, or even wrong planchets, all of which can drastically increase their value. Imagine holding a coin you thought was worth just 1 cent, only to find out it could pay for a car, a house, or even change your life. That's the excitement that keeps collectors hunting. The coin's value depends on its mint mark. In 1985, pennies were minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The D mark stands for Denver, S for San Francisco proof coins, and coins from Philadelphia often have no mint mark at all. The rarest finds usually come from the San Francisco and Philadelphia mints, especially if the coin was struck with an error or has exceptional luster and condition. A perfectly preserved 1985 penny graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC can reach into the thousands. But when you add a unique error or metal composition twist, the price can soar up to hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now let's talk about the passion behind this coin. Every coin collector knows that the thrill isn't just about the money, it's about history, mystery, and discovery. The 1985 Lincoln penny represents a moment in time when technology, economics, and craftsmanship collided. The mint was experimenting with cheaper materials, new dyes, and faster production, all of which created opportunities for mistakes. Each small imperfection, every tiny variation in the strike, became a story written in metal. And that story continues today as collectors search rolls of coins, estate sales, and old piggy banks for hidden gems. If you ever come across a 1985 penny that looks slightly different, maybe the letters look thicker, the surface seems shinier, or the strike looks slightly off, don't ignore it. Take a closer look. You could be holding a treasure. Even small errors can make your coin worth far more than its face value. Some of these rare 1985 Lincoln pennies have been auctioned for incredible amounts, with bids reaching from hundreds to thousands, and in exceptional cases, estimates pushing past $700,000 or more, depending on the collector market's demand at that time. What makes these values possible is the story collectors tell through each coin. They see not just a penny, but a piece of American history. Each scratch, mint mark, and variation tells a tale of human hands, machines, and time. The 1985 penny sits right at the heart of this legacy, not old enough to seem ancient, yet not new enough to be ignored. It's a bridge between the copper era and the modern zinc age, between craftsmanship and cost-cutting, between collectors' dreams and everyday circulation. So, if you love coins, keep your eyes open. Go through your change jar, your old wallet, or your grandparents' collection. You might be surprised to find a 1985 Lincoln penny that's far from ordinary. Every rare coin discovered adds another spark to the world of numismatics, the science and art of studying coins. And in this world, knowledge is power. Knowing how to identify mint marks, grading levels, and minting errors can make the difference between a simple coin and a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. Collectors say the 1985 Lincoln penny represents one of the golden opportunities of modern coin collecting. It's not as famous as the 1909 SVDB penny or as old as the wheat cents, but it carries a unique allure. It's modern enough to still appear in circulation but old enough to be rare in perfect condition. Combine that with the possibility of errors and unique metal compositions, and you get a coin that has become one of the most exciting modern finds in the collector's market. Today, many collectors are sending their 1985 pennies to grading services to confirm their authenticity and condition. A coin graded MS65 or higher can easily attract hundreds of dollars, and an ultra-rare error version could exceed hundreds of thousands. One penny sold for more than $787,000 due to its incredible condition and unique minting characteristics, making it one of the most valuable modern Lincoln cents ever discovered. That's why every coin collector should check their 1985 pennies carefully. You never know which one could be the next big discovery, and that's the beauty of the hobby. You don't need a metal detector, a vault, or a massive budget. All you need is curiosity, patience, and a sharp eye. Every time you pick up a penny, you hold a piece of American history in your hand, a story that connects generations, economies, and collectors worldwide. And who knows? That story might just lead you to your fortune. So next time you see a 1985 penny, don't just pass it by. Study it, admire it, and maybe, just maybe, treasure it. Because 1 cent could be worth far more than you imagine. It could be your gateway to thousands, or even hundreds of thousands, of dollars. This is Coins, where we explore the stories, secrets, and surprises hidden inside every piece of metal that jingles in your pocket. Stay tuned, because every coin has a story, and yours might just be worth a fortune. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Coins for more amazing coin facts, hidden treasures, and real collector stories from around the world. Your next discovery could be the one that changes everything. Today we're diving deep into one of the most mysterious and valuable coins in American history, the 1994 Lincoln penny. You might think it's just a regular 1-cent coin, but what if I told you that a single penny from 1994 could make you thousands, or even close to $1 million richer? Stay tuned till the end, because we're going to uncover everything: the secrets, the history, the minting errors, the rare varieties, and the current market values that are blowing collectors' minds around the world. So let's begin our journey. The Lincoln penny has been a symbol of American heritage since 1909, featuring the face of Abraham Lincoln, one of the most respected presidents in history. But not all Lincoln pennies are created equal. Over the years, the U.S. Mint has produced billions of pennies, yet some special minting mistakes, die varieties, and rare versions have turned ordinary-looking coins into treasures worth thousands of dollars. And 1994 is one of those magical years that keep surprising collectors even today. In 1994, the U.S. Mint released pennies from 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia coins have no mint mark, the Denver coins have a small D under the year, and the San Francisco ones are proof coins marked with an S. Most of these coins are common, but here's where the story gets interesting. A small number of 1994 Lincoln pennies were struck with errors so unique that their values skyrocketed in the collector's market. These rare varieties are the ones you definitely want to check for in your old coin jars, drawers, or inherited collections. One of the most famous 1994 Lincoln penny errors is the double die obverse. This means that during the minting process, the coin die struck the penny twice slightly off alignment, creating a visible doubling effect on the date, lettering, or even on Lincoln's face. If you ever spot a 1994 penny with doubling on the words Liberty or In God We Trust, or on the date itself, you might be holding a jackpot. Some of these double die varieties have sold for hundreds, even thousands of dollars in auctions. Another known error is the off-center strike, where the design is not properly centered on the coin. The more off-center it is, while still showing the date clearly, the more valuable it becomes. Collectors pay big money for perfectly visible off-center errors that reveal the unique beauty of a minting mistake. Then there are clipped planchet errors, where a part of the coin's rim is missing. This can also add tremendous collector value, but the real legends are those few 1994 Lincoln pennies made on the wrong planchet, like those accidentally struck on a dime blank or a foreign coin blank. These are almost priceless for serious collectors. One such error coin was reportedly valued at an unbelievable amount of $787,976. Yes, you heard that right, nearly $800,000 for a single penny. Imagine turning a 1-cent coin into a small fortune just because of a rare minting error. That's the thrill of coin collecting, and that's why this hobby is growing like wildfire. Now let's talk about the history of the 1994 Lincoln penny. This coin belongs to the Lincoln Memorial Design Series, which was introduced in 1959 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The reverse side of the penny features the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, and if you look closely, you can even see a tiny statue of Lincoln sitting inside the memorial, a small detail many people never notice. The obverse side features the classic bust of Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, which has been used since 1909. By 1994, the penny was made of copper-plated zinc, 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper. This composition started in 1982 when the mint stopped using solid copper because it became too expensive. But even with this cheap composition, certain minting errors and die varieties from the 1994 batch turned these coins into gold mines. It's fascinating how something made of such inexpensive materials can gain massive value because of rarity and collector demand. So how much are 1994 Lincoln pennies worth today? In regular circulated condition, most are worth just 1 cent. But if you find a well-preserved uncirculated coin, especially one graded MS65 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, you could be looking at values between $10 and $50. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint, if perfectly preserved, can bring in $30 to $100 depending on their shine and clarity, but the real game changers are the error coins and rare die varieties. A 1994 double die penny can easily fetch anywhere from $100 up to $5,000 depending on how strong the doubling is and how clean the strike appears. Off-center strikes can range from $50 to $1,000, and wrong planchet errors or die cap errors have reached auction prices of tens of thousands of dollars. And those extremely rare wrong metal coins, which are rumored to have sold for hundreds of thousands, are the ones that keep treasure hunters searching every single day. So next time you come across a 1994 Lincoln penny, don't just spend it. Examine it carefully under good light or with a magnifying glass. Look at the date, the lettering, the edges, and both sides for anything unusual. Small details can mean big money. You might just have a coin that collectors are desperately searching for. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and what makes it exciting is that anyone can participate. You don't need to be rich to start, all you need is curiosity and attention to detail. People have literally found rare error coins in pocket change, old piggy banks, or inherited jars of coins. And when they get them professionally graded and sold at auction, the results are mind-blowing. There are stories of people turning a single penny into thousands of dollars overnight, just because they took the time to look closely. Collectors love the Lincoln penny because of its long history, beautiful design, and fascinating varieties. And as time goes on, these coins become even rarer and more desirable. That's why every serious collector keeps an eye on 1994 pennies, the year that quietly produced some of the most valuable and surprising coins in recent history. So if you have a 1994 Lincoln penny lying around, don't ignore it. Check its mint mark, inspect it for errors, and maybe get it graded. Who knows, your coin might be one of those rare pieces worth a fortune. Always remember, the smallest coin can hold the biggest value if you know what to look for. Thank you for watching Coins, where we turn everyday change into potential treasure. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss another story about rare coins that could make you rich. Keep your eyes open, your magnifying glass ready, and your curiosity alive, because the next valuable coin could be sitting right in your hand.